Hi ladies and gentlemen, I am back finally as promised with a nursery tour video, and as I show you the nursery, I'm going to go through and briefly, you will see the babies, but I'm not really going to stop and spend a lot of time talking about the babies individually, but I will do another video where I will show the groups of babies in the nursery more individually so we can talk about the babies. But today you're just going to see everything. So right now you're looking at, I guess you would say, my main wall. And this room is like a Cape Cod style. It's in a house. It's Cape Cod, so it looks kind of like an attic where the walls and ceilings go down. So that's why it kind of looks like that. But I'm going to give you a long shot like we're walking in the door. Kind of like we're walking in the door. So this is where I'm standing at the door, all the way back here. And that's the main wall where I have the changing table. You can see, and I have that big blanket up there, baby quilt. It says that's our baby, and that's a vintage quilt. And I hope I don't have too much light in here. I had one light off, so. But right as we come in the door, I'm going to show you everything, so some of it's not too pretty. This is all my sale clothes I have right behind the door on the racks. And look at that, it's packed full. This is for the next sale. I'm even having trouble getting it all in the video. These are clothes for my live sales that I do. And this is for the next sale. So as you can see, it is probably 100 pieces worth of clothes there. There's more on the bottom under there. Anyway, and over to the next side. I usually have a lot of these I've covered up, but I'm showing you everything. This huge bassinet, these are filled with all the sale babies. And yes, that twin there, the big twin, leaning out there, is for sale. These are all the sale babies. As you can see them in there. And one of those babies is pending. Meaning his mama her mama is waiting for her. So okay, there's that. Over on the other part of this wall, there is Saskia, my Saskia sculpt. These are two of my babies painted by LaDonna Briggs, Sweet Potato Pie Nursery. And they are in an antique high chair that I got a few weeks ago, I guess, or a month ago maybe. And I love this chair. You're not going to believe I got this antique high chair for $5. Can you believe that? I loved it. Anyway, this is Miss Hazel. She has on her bling bling passy, and she's holding her little Cupid doll. Looking at us. There's her little sister, Bliss. And then right here, against this main wall, I'm trying to show you, this is my crib with quite a few babies in there. And I'm walked all the way to the back of the other wall. It's not a very big room, if you can tell, but it is the biggest bedroom of the house, and the babies have it because they're spoiled rotten. So this is my wooden crib. Let me try to get it like this so you can see it better. There's my wooden crib. It's a regular size baby crib. And I got this because it was discontinued, or what do they call it? Discontinued? Or recalled, I guess. And this lady had it locally. And she had all her babies in it, never had a problem. But it was recalled, so she couldn't sell it for much. And she knew I was selling it. She was selling it for my dolls for a display. So I got it really cheap. I think like $15, like seriously. And it's a nice wooden crib. But I'm going to show you quickly the babies in the crib. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on them. There's two of my other Saskias. And forgive me, sometimes I actually have so many babies I actually forget some of their names. So hopefully I won't. This is Bella over here, the little blonde girl with the pink ribbons in her hair. That's Cedric sitting beside her. These are still my Saskias. This is Victory, my little African-American girl. We're coming around the crib. This is one of my babies that's after my son. Here is the conjoined twins that I painted. Patience and Comfort. There we go. And they're in this beautiful spring summer dress. I love that vintage dress they're wearing. Beside them is another set of conjoined twins, Esau and Jacob. You can see the boy with Passy with an E, that's Esau, and Jacob is beside him. These babies were painted by, I'm sure you might have guessed, Erin. Katie Loves Sparkle. She did a beautiful job on them. They have the just born look. See how their hair looks wet? And they're ready and red like they were just born. So they are another set of conjoined twins with 2 heads. Here is another baby that Erin painted. This is Porcelain. I call her Porcelain. And her little glasses are crooked. She is a albino baby. She was also painted by Erin. She's beautiful. She is one of the favorites that I've heard. And like she said, I just showed her picture to Erin, and she said she looked like she's ready for mischief. I said she is ready for mischief. Beside her is another one of my son reborns that I made. One of my first reborns I ever made. He was my son as a newborn. And he is holding an actual Native American rattle that was beaded and made by a dear friend of ours for my son. This was his keepsake rattle when he was a newborn, just this size. And he's wearing, and actually this baby here, I call him Spirit Dancer, that's one of my son's names. This is one of the only outfits that I kept for my son. So he actually wore this little outfit that this baby named after him is wearing, or made after him is wearing. And I did name this little girl. Y'all know her. She is the sweet little Behringer that I got recently, another from Sweet Potato Pie. And I ended up naming her Precious Pearl. Right beside her is another budget baby by Sweet Potato Pie. You can see a trend here. I named him Tater. Laying here in the middle of the crib is, I'm trying to think, like I said, their names escape me sometimes. Wishing, she's made after my sister-in-law that passed away suddenly. She is beautiful. Another Behringer sculpt, actually. Here's another sweet baby. This is Britton Rose. And I poured her into the mold. I poured her silicone into the mold. I have this mold, and I painted her. So she's sleeping there. She's a little preemie girl. And that's going to be hard to see these other ones because they're against the other side, but we're going to try. Over there with the little gray head, and he's looking straight down. It's another Saskia sculpt of mine. That's Victor. He was made by Emily, my good friend. And I'll show you good videos of him later where you can actually see his face. Sitting beside him is Sebastian. He is our elf sculpt. I made him. And, well, I repainted him. You know the story about him. Over here is Big Thunder, painted by Stephanie Ortiz. He's a little native baby. And this little girl, both these girls that you can see in the screen now, they're both made by the same artist, Forever You Reborn. And this is the one with the open eyes sitting up. That is Jujubee. And she's a prototype baby. Alright, ladies, I hope I can get all this in the video. I'm trying really hard. This is my big girl, my masterpiece doll, Bella Rosa. And she's on her stand. She's always standing on her stand. She's a big girl, and that's in her original dress. I don't change her just a couple times a year, but she is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. She's a big girl. And here's my changing table. This changing table, it's wooden. It was actually the changing table I had when I was a baby, for me, that my parents used for me. So you could, I guess that's quite old. So there it is, and it's got all the girls' clothes in it. All the baby girls' clothes are in there. On top are some of my stuffed animals, and I showed you these the other day and explained that a lot of them were either my stuffed animals as a child, or they were my son's stuffed animals as a newborn. There's Peter Rabbit's picture, and every time I show you this picture, it's got a glare on it. So let me see if I can. Or there's not a glare. It's a really pretty picture of Peter Rabbit. So we're going to go down. Now this is I call it my toddler corner. They're sitting on a little rug down here, or a mat, more like a mat. These are my toddlers. This is the baby boy you see on the hobby horse here, the rocking horse. And I got that rocking horse for, was it $3 or $2 at that same church sale. And he actually talks. Let me see if I can make him talk. He sings. Oh, look. I forgot his mouth moved. Or her mouth, maybe. The pink. Let's see if she'll stop singing. Now she's going to sing a long time. Oh, no. I don't know how to stop her now. Let's see if I can pitch her good. Oh, no. I think maybe she's voice activated, so she's not going to stop singing. Hopefully she'll stop. Anyway, this is my toddler corner, like I said. I'm going to close this other thing. Let's see. Oh, no. I hope she doesn't sing the whole time, but hopefully she'll stop. Because I don't know how to turn her off. This is my toddler corner. Oh, goodness, she stopped. Thank goodness. I was afraid she was going to keep singing because I thought she was sound activated or motion. Anyway, here's my toddler corner. So that's my son reborn when he was 2 years old. He had black ringlets all over his head, just like that. There's David Copperfield in the background. This in the front here is my baby alive, and she does work and talk, and I will show her to you later how she talks. This is one of the girls I got recently and decided to keep her, and she's got beautiful hair. I've thought about changing her name, so I'm not going to tell you yet her name. I think I'm going to change her name to Lagatha, but I'm not sure. So she's beautiful. Here is Briar Rose. She's mainly a standing baby. I got her off of eBay, and she's not coming up as beautiful as she is. She's looking very washed out, but she has beautiful green eyes. I don't know if you can see that. And this actually rail right here is to one rail to my bed. That doesn't fit on my bed, but it was actually my grandmother's antique bed, so it's very old. It's probably the early 1900s. And I just use that like a decoration. And you can see I put my dolls on it. There's a Raggedy Ann. She's not my Raggedy Ann. She's just a pretty one that I found. This doll right here was my sister-in-law Alicia's that passed away. It was her favorite doll as a baby and a child, so I kept that. Right here is my windowsill, and there is my outside yard. As you can see, it's very green. These are my bottles, different stuff for the babies, their hair, combs, and different things to get the babies all ready. Down here is a vintage cradle. This is the twins I just showed you in the last video. They're down there in their cradle together. That is my childhood Cabbage Patch. I'm running out of time, ladies. That's why I'm rushing. I'm sorry. This is my boys' clothes. Another one of my childhood dolls up there. That monkey is by Twisted Beanstalk. Right here is a sweet boy. I don't think you've seen him. Isn't he adorable? He's another standing baby. I named him Alistair. And he's looking kind of sad there. He's standing up, holding on to the grip. Over here, I've propped up some more of my babies. They weren't in the crib, but they were crowded, so I moved them over here. And under them, under that blanket, is some porcelain molds that I've actually poured silicone into, so that's what is under them. There is, her little fawn back there, and she's wearing an Indian Native American necklace. Yes, my Levi sculpt, Valentine. My little warrior princess, little Native American baby there, Raven. My two Galaxy twins back there, Luna and Laddie. My baby boy that I made myself, after inspired by Twisted Beanstalk, but I did make him. And hurry. This is just another storage for clothes and different accessories for the babies, diapers. This is their vintage wear. Here is one of the beautiful ones, my Royal with his special passy. Here is another bassinet of Tyann and Jaslyn, and you'll see Jaslyn has a little bit different look, and I'll show you to her later. I did some work on her. Christian, one of my new silicone boys, and he's over here with his sisters. And last but not least, we're seeing Lilybet, my beautiful little girl, in her vintage crib. Goodness, I think that's almost it. And the last baby. So good, we can end with her, my beautiful baby girl that I made after Mary, the mother of Jesus. And you can see her dress is sparkly. I think you can see that. I did make her. She's a beautiful girl. And here are all the girls' shoes. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I was trying to rush at the end so I could get it all in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for seeing this video. I'm glad I finally got it done for y'all. I appreciate you. Stay safe and stay blessed. I will be back and show the babies, all the babies in the nursery soon, and I will show them in detail. Talk to you soon. Stay safe and stay blessed.